You have.
Pastor Usher at the honor. Can we put the agenda in the chat, please?
Sure.
That we get
You
started.
got that?
And we'll get started.
Okay, thank you, Larry. Okay, Charlique, we're ready when you are.
Okay, thank you all for coming again tonight. I called our January 28th, 2001 Human Relations Commission meeting to order, and I asked our secretary, Ms. Carlin Duncan, for roll call, please.
Hi. Okay, Commissioner Leek,
Present.
Vice Chair Wiggins has requested an excused absence. Commissioner Bloomfield. Commissioner Haynes.
Present.
Present. Commissioner Preble.
Present.
Commissioner Price.
Present.
Commissioner Sarton requested an excused absent, and Commissioner Taylor has also requested an excused absent. Commissioner Thompson, sorry.
Present.
And Commissioner Usher. So.
Commissioner Usher, can you hear us?
I'm sorry, present. I'm here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Carla, for that roll call. At this time, we're asking for approval of our last month minutes of December 2020. I hope everyone had a time to actually look over the minutes, to review those minutes. And if there are no discussions or comments about in regards to the minutes, please someone make a motion to approve our last month minutes. If there are no questions or comments about it.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from December 20.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Thompson. Is there a second?
I will second.
All right, second by Commissioner Preble. Of course, because we're on Zoom, I gotta call everyone name out again. So Commissioner Thompson, what's your preference?
Approve.
Thank
Aye.
you. Okay, Commissioner Price.
Approve.
Thank you. Commissioner Bloomfield.
Approve.
Commissioner Haynes.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Preble.
Aye.
Thank you. Commissioner Usher.
Approved.
Thank you. And of course, myself, I approve as well. Any discussion or questions? Okay. All right. The motion carries and it has unanimously been approved. Thank you for those for that motion as well, for approving those minutes. At this time, we're going to go into our next item is chairperson's updates. I was trying to print it out. Did you send it to Ms. Wanda, right?
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to print it. My printer was.
Okay, I think one of the things that you were going to discuss, well, first of all, there was a last minute addition. We did have a last minute excused absence request from Vice Chair Wiggins. And she asked me to pass along the fact that she is en route to the hospital because her third grandchild is being born
Oh, okay, okay,
for a good
okay,
reason.
okay,
And so she wanted me to share that with you all. And she wanted me to convey her apologies to the Human Relations Commission for missing the meeting.
okay. All right. Well, that is good news. Praise God on that. Yeah, no, that's nothing COVID related.
Right, no.
Yes, yes. All right. My updates are I was trying to find it. I was trying to print it out on my printer, but for some reason it was it's not printing right now. But Ms. Wanda, if you can help me on this as well.
Sure. I think
Um,
one
go ahead.
update pertained to the vacancies on the Human Relations Commission. And so I just wanted to make sure that everyone was still actively recruiting for the commission, to make sure that there were going to be some good fits for it, for any, I guess, names that we may need to have in the queue. But as you will recall, a memo was sent to the mayor's office, or at least drafted. I was going to check in with those who are on the nominating committee just to refresh our memories about the status, but just to let everyone know that yes, there are 3 vacancies on the Human Relations Commission. Is there anyone on the call who's on the nominating committee?
I'm
No,
on
I'm
that.
on. Yeah.
Okay, does anyone, did anybody want to share any updates, anything you remember
The
from the,
only thing I remember is that memo you referenced had been delivered to them.
yes,
But that's all I've got.
okay. Because Commissioner Bloomfield did make that delivery. Do you remember when that was, Commissioner Bloomfield?
It was a long time ago.
Was it pre-COVID, was it not?
Yeah, I think it was right before COVID. So it must have
Okay.
been February.
Okay.
Like February.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I remember something like that.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, I guess until you all hear back about filling those vacancies, I would still suggest that you actively recruit so that when the time comes for the mayor to make his recommendations to the city council, he will have those applications to consider that may be referred by you or suggested by you.
And what do we need again on our commission to make it complete? I know we go by demographics. Correct.
That's correct. You all go by demographics such as race, national origin, the differently able. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other things that you take into consideration, but there are all kinds of sexual orientation, all kinds of criteria. And so just looking to diversify to make sure that the HRC is reflective of the community's composition.
Mhm, mhm.
And I don't have the memo in front of me, but the memo that Commissioner Bloomfield delivered to the mayor's office did have those missing demographics noted. And there were recommendations based on trying to fill those demographics on the HRC.
And we do need.
Filled a couple of those demographics since.
Yes, we have actually.
All right, let me see if I can find that memo and bring it up.
Okay. Yes, and since then, you're right, Commissioner Bloomfield, because we have had Commissioner Preble and we've had Commissioner Thompson and we've had Commissioner Usher appointed.
Okay, so who have we lost to go back down to 3, to go back up to 3?
We, you all please feel free to help me remember. We have, I think since then lost Sylvia.
Sita.
Sita's the other one. And I'm not sure about Eusebio. I was trying to remember if
No.
it was a part of that count or not.
Well, yeah, because Commissioner Eusebio resigned, so he didn't finish his term.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so anyway, so that's an Asian female, a white female, and an Hispanic male. And also Commissioner Velas, Eusebio, was differently abled.
Yeah, that's right.
Wanda, can you remind me, what was the woman's name who won that
Linda
office?
Barnes.
Yeah, Linda Barnes. Okay, thank you.
Asian, Hispanic male, and who was the third one?
It was Asian female, Hispanic male, and white female.
Okay. So as Commissioner Bloomfield is searching his records, we have sent a document to the mayor's office in regards to our vacancies that we currently have, and we had last year as well until we was able to well, to the office was able to appoint Commissioner Thompson Preble as well, Commissioner and Pastor Usher as well. But we still have these 3 other vacancies that we need to fulfill to make our commission, even though that we are stable, but to actually to just complete it. So with that said, if you know anyone that who is interested in serving on the commission, please let them know to complete the application on the city's website. And at the same time, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say, we usually also ask for a copy for our records in the department, just so that we can track the application in case we need to inquire about its status.
Correct. So, and that's just for our records. That's for our records, especially for the staff on the staff's end. So if you know someone who is interested in serving on the commission in those 3 missing vacancies that we have, those demographic status anyways, please have them to complete the application, but also CC Director Dr. Abraham, Ms. Wanda. So, and the second thing is that please explain to them as well. Of course, you know, we're in the situation now that we are blessed that we are still meeting virtually. But if we were not meeting virtually, every last one of us would be out there working on this, because this is a working commission. So I will kind of say I'm kind of jealous of the new commissioners because I was working. Commissioner Angel and I, we were out there working. So, you know, when Commissioner Bloomfield, but it's all good. But I'm just stating that, you know, please express to them that it's not just coming to a meeting with your name to be called and check off on the roll call. So once this pandemic does come to an end, then we will have to be present for certain events and represent the HRC. So I think that's very important. A lot of times individuals, you know, they want to get on commissions and boards, but they don't realize the work that it takes not to just actually come into the meeting to have your name called and then checked off. So just know that this is a great commission. But with that said, you know, we're thankful that we're still able to meet virtual as well. Did you find a Commissioner Bloomfield?
I do. So when I submitted this, we had 4 openings. We had one for white female. We needed Hispanic, either male or female. Someone from a female from the Asian community, and then male or female from the LGBTQIA community.
Okay. Well, that's what we can do right now is that if you know anyone that's interested in the work of the commission and they understand the mission of the commission, ask them to and allow them to apply from the city's website.
Yes. And Chair Leek, the other item for your remarks, if you would recall, is the recent article in the Winston-Salem Journal. I don't remember if the full commission got a copy of that link, but if not, it is in chat. And I just wanted to call your attention to it because it does affect or impact potentially the Human Relations Commission and the Human Relations Department. What you'll see is Can we bring that up by chance?
Yes, and I was just getting ready, I just saw
Okay.
that. Mhm.
What you'll see is an article about the fact City Council may consider LGBTQ rights ordinance. And so I wanted to call everyone's attention to it. Several of you, I'm sure, saw it in the Winston-Salem Journal, but this was in the Journal just a few days ago. And I wanted to give you some context and background information. Basically, well, you all know that you've been talking about the fact that the scope of the department has really expanded over the past several years to include matters beyond just race. We are looking at matters that pertain to social justice issues, national origin, disability, and of course, LGBTQIA+ matters. And so the city, as you will see in this article, is exploring potentially, or will explore potentially, a non-discrimination ordinance. And this non-discrimination, or NDO, would be actually encompassing LGBT in addition to some other areas that pertain to public accommodations, for instance. And so the way it pertains to the Human Relations Commission and Department is that the commission and department would be responsible for helping to enforce that particular ordinance. And I definitely wanted you to become aware of this, become familiar with some of the things that our newest city councilperson, Kevin Mundy, is discussing in this article. And that, like I said, right now it's discussion. And it came up because most other major cities in North Carolina are kind of grappling with the whole NDO issue. And so they are expanding their non-discrimination ordinances in different ways, but most, if not all of them, do expand in the area of LGBTQIA+. And so you know that in this article, there was reference to a situation that occurred here in Winston-Salem with the same-sex couple, two ladies who were looking for a venue for the reception, and they were denied by the owners. They did not want to provide the venue for the wedding reception because it was a same-sex wedding reception. And the whole issue came up as to whether or not they were allowed to do that. Is there something the city can do about it? So on and so forth. And so that was just something that was local. But if you look at the article, you'll see that Orange County, including Carborough and Chapel Hill, in addition to Durham, Greensboro, and Hillsborough, have all passed LGBT rights ordinances in and of themselves. So again, this was something that is not necessarily pertaining to what you all have been discussing with the DEI name change and so forth, but it certainly could tie in with that depending on how it's interpreted and whether or not the city council decides to move forward with it.
And this has been a hot issue already in the community. And I was getting ready to speak on this in my update. A lot of information has been circulating around Facebook in regards to Council Member Monday's comments, as well his stance on this. So I just want you all to be aware that a lot of folks in the community may know that we're on the commission, and they may be asking, for our advice. And Ms. Wong and I, we have talked about a little bit on last week. So Ms. Wong, can you give the commission some type of legal words to say, and Commissioner Haynes help as well, if you feel so to do so. If someone was to come up to ask one of us in public in regards to our status on the ordinance.
And yes, and Commissioner Bloomfield as well, thank goodness.
Bloomfield, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you have 2 attorneys on the HRC, which is awesome.
We're so blessed.
But yes, but what we discussed was the fact that we do not want to jump ahead of the city council's discussion. As you will see in the article, they may take the discussion up during their February session. So the General Government Committee will meet, of course, in February, and they'll discuss it there. And so just depending on how it goes with that, that will dictate what the role of the commission will or will not be. And so just wanted to make sure that if you are contacted by the media, that you just pretty much defer to City Council, because this is something that is definitely a pending issue even for them. And so we would really not have a lot to share anyway. And even if they contact me, I plan to say the same thing, that I would certainly defer to the City Council on that. Well, in my case, probably the city manager as well.
Hey, Wanda, can I push back on that a little bit? I'm not sure, as a commission, we should be deferring to the city council. Aren't we in an advisory position?
You are an advisory position. Let me clarify what I meant, Commissioner Bloomfield. You're absolutely correct. What I meant was that in terms of stating what the city's position is with respect to this proposed NDO, we wouldn't want to jump ahead of them, because we don't really know what the city's official position is, because the city council would be the one, they would be the body to determine what that official position would be. But yes, you are totally advisory, and it is not to preclude you in any way from sharing your own opinions, but it's just to make sure that, you wouldn't be speaking on behalf of city government, because it hasn't gotten to that level just yet. But certainly, you could speak to the actions that the commission has taken and things of that nature. That's totally appropriate.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to clarify that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Bloomfield. If you all have not had the chance to read the article, please do so on your time as well. So in regards to this possibility of this ordinance, I think that was all of my updates.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, that was. All right. So moving forward to our committee reports, and Community Relations Commissioner Sarton is not present. So we're going to get our staff, Ms. Jamie Waldeck, to do that report. And we're thankful for the MLK awards that were presented. Was it last week?
Yes.
Okay, we're going by so fast. Okay, thank you, Ms. Jamie.
Yes, and that's what I'll start with. The MLK Young Dreamer Awards for 2021 were presented on January 19th at the virtual city council meeting. Commissioners Thompson and Preble presented the awards to Lizbeth Sanchez and Frankie Jest. We've forwarded on. Marketing is working on a virtual showcase of song that will air next Saturday, February 6th.
Oh, okay.
The show will highlight performances from the past 8 years. So it should probably be about a 2-hour event. And there's some great, as I went through it all, there's some great stuff we've had the past few years. So please tune in.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll get ready to say how we're going to do the showcase of song this year, but I see that it's listed in this format. That's good.
And Chair Leak, I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our human relations interns for helping Jamie with selecting some of the best performances. We're trying to do a best of highlights reel type of thing. And so the interns worked really hard along with Jamie in helping to identify those over the past, what was it, Jamie? 11 years, 12 years?
8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Only 8. Okay, we're not in double digits yet. I knew you guys went back a long way.
We did. And we just got one in there last year, right before we all went home. So
Yes, barely.
Yeah, I remember last year.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And as you all know, Black History Month does start on February the 1st. So this is a great event that we were physically meeting. You were able to see different showcases of individuals' skills and their talents to showcase from the community and bring forth in front of the audience. So it's been a great event. So I'm looking forward to that 2-hour event. That was almost like the time of how long my wedding was. So a 2-hour. But with that said, I do want to say before we move on to our next committee updates, thank you to Commissioner Preble as well, Commissioner Thompson, for representing us very well at the City Council in regards to our MLK Dreamer Award. So thank you all so much for stepping up to that occasion. Thank you. All right, next. Well, I already did my executive report. Okay, next will be the hearing board, Commissioner Haynes.
Perfect timing. I have no updated report, and I apologize. I do have to drop off in a couple of minutes for a meeting with my students. So it was good to see all of you. Drop off in a couple minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Chair Leak, if I may, could we go ahead and jump to the Student Human Relations Committee report? Because I do believe Commissioner Haynes, you've been attending those meetings, right? So it would be good to have
Okay, that'd be good.
comments before she
That'd be
leaves.
good. Okay, we can do that.
Jamie, do you want me to just jump in and start? Okay, so we've been talking about our student awards banquet, which many of you know we've been doing for a number of years. So we've been discussing how we're going to do that this year in a virtual format. And so we've had various ideas around a great dynamic speaker who will be compelling through the screen. We've also talked about what we're going to do as far as entertainment. Commissioner Thompson has also been participating in those calls, and I think she might follow up as well about some ideas that we have for potentially getting entertainment from our local schools. They might have something that's already been recorded, or may be able to do something for us almost like in a Zoom format like this and pre-record it for the presentation. We've also discussed logistically how we're going to actually distribute the awards, and I don't know that we've come up with a solution yet. I think we're going to get some input from the school districts on that as well, just to make sure that we're doing something that's consistent with what they would like to have us do. And I think those are the major items, but we're definitely looking forward to it, and we're going to make it as great as we can in this new world of virtual, of the virtual. So
yes.
That's true. And Commissioner Haynes, you all did discuss also the potential of doing a drive-through for the awards, right?
Correct. Either a drive-through where the parents would be able to come and pick up the awards at a designated area. We did discuss making sure that that was accessible for people who may have difficulties with transportation. So we wanted to keep that in mind as well. The other idea that we had was to send them directly to the school districts, and then they can distribute them as they see fit. So just working through the details of what's going to work best so that all of these hardworking, accomplished kids can get their awards.
That's exactly right. And Commissioner Haynes, one comment I had is an update actually. I have spoken with a few people with the school district, one of whom is Mr. Kim Underwood, and he is interested in interviewing one of our student awardees for a feature. Because usually the school district will show the video of the banquet, and so this year the ceremony, but he also wants to do a feature on one of the students and just kind of interview the student, and his goal is to do it face-to-face. So I guess it would be best to have him, we should probably point him in the direction of speaking to a student who is on site already, and maybe one of the middle schoolers or elementary school students, and that way he can already have that footage. And if he'll do that, we could possibly include that in our overall video. We'll just have to see how they do that.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm sure there will be many great students to select from.
Yes, yes. But that was something I had for you before you logged on.
Oh, thank you for letting me know that. I think that's a great idea.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.
And I wanted to give Commissioner Thompson a chance in case I missed anything, because she's been on those calls giving great input as well.
Yeah, I think you covered it really well. I think the entertainment is going to be a little more difficult because of the situation with the schools. So I did reach out to the arts department to see if we could work with them to see if we could find a solution, or some maybe video recorded or taped entertainment that maybe even from last year that we could include.
Well, that sounds great. It was nice seeing you all. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, Commissioner Haynes.
Thank you, Commissioner Haynes.
Thank you for your report, as well to Commissioner Thompson.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
All right, so we're gonna go to item D under our committee reports with the multicultural relations, Commissioner Preble.
I don't know I had any updates. I don't think so. I'm sorry.
No, okay.
Commissioner Preble, you may have received an email from Jamie earlier. I don't know if you saw that, and it had some updates perhaps in there.
I might have missed it, but I can look it up really quick.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. Jamie is real good about trying to provide a cheat sheet to all of the committee chairs.
Yeah, I actually did get it, and I just didn't open it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
No problem.
And my update is that due to COVID, the BIC pipeline sessions are on hold.
Okay. Okay.
And Commissioner Preble, yes, the BIC, we call it BIC, the Building Integrated Communities program that we do.
All right. Thank you. Sorry,
Thank
Jamie.
you. No, you're good. You're good.
Have we thought about maybe doing something virtual though?
We are planning, Chair Leak, a meeting with our BIC committee. We will probably schedule it within the coming days to see if they may want to potentially do something virtually. But the problem is, you know, the people who are participating in most of our BIC pipeline sessions are people who are from various countries.
Oh, yeah.
Newcomers, they're newcomers. And so they may not have access to Wi-Fi and so on and so forth. So it's a little bit unique in working with that particular population. But we will have a meeting coming up soon, and we'll discuss maybe some things that we could do.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. And Jamie, she also was stated in the chat that the target air date for the virtual student awards banquet is February 25th. So please mark it on your calendars. Okay. Next, under our committee reports, item E, the New Horizon Fair Housing Report. The committee met today to start planning for the April 2021 event, and there will be more details soon. So again, it's going to be a virtual event. I was not present at that meeting as the chair because I had another meeting at 10. So Ms. Wanda, you want to jump in a little bit of see what was comments about today's meeting?
Sure, sure. Well, it looks like the virtual Fair and Affordable Housing Summit will be held on April 22nd. That's how it's looking right now based on marketing's schedule. And of course, we will not have it, we can't do the things that we normally do. We usually have an awesome lunch. Many of you already know that. We always have really good speakers and so on, but we're trying to retain those speakers and maybe have some breakout rooms on Zoom so that they can talk about some topics that are really pertinent and hot right now, such as the general concept of affordable housing, especially with respect to first-time home buyers, and how the recent appreciation in home values, particularly locally, are affecting first-time home buyers. We understand a lot of them are being priced out of the market because so many of the values are just skyrocketing here in Forsyth County. And I understand it's true triad-wide, probably statewide, I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be one of the topics. Another one is going to be focused on the social justice movement and how all of the things that come along with that affect housing. And so we are hoping to ask a local professor if she will facilitate that particular session. Another session is going to be on HUD updates and talking about some of the new HUD policies that are in the works. Now that we have a new presidential administration, we know that there are going to be some new policies that are already in the works. And so just to have those updates from HUD, we will have the fair housing piece. We don't know yet if it's going to be a standalone or if it will tie in with another, maybe the social justice presentation. And we had one other one, Jamie Adolfo. Do you remember, Iris? There was another one that we were talking about as well. But I know we had 5 areas that we were going to have covered at the summit. But right now it's just in the planning stages. Today was the very first meeting. And so topics were discussed, potential speakers were discussed, and the next meeting for anyone who is interested in joining will be on February the 10th.
Okay.
February the 10th. And it will be at noon, and it will be a Zoom meeting, of course. So if you just want to drop in to listen, or if you want to participate in any of the discussion, feel free to do so. We have representatives from Forsyth County Government, Piedmont Federal, Financial Pathways of the Piedmont, the Realtors Association. I mean, it's a wide range of people who are on the New Horizons Fair Housing Committee, in addition to our own Community Development Department and UNCG. They're still represented. So it's a great wide variety of backgrounds that are represented.
And that's good.
HRC.
And that's good that the committee did touch on the increase of the property values. I know that I was in a meeting on Monday night, and in the southeast area as well, the east ward area, the property values have actually increased, and a lot of residents are concerned in regards to how they're going to actually pay their taxes, their tax bill. So, but that's awesome that was brought up today. So it let us know that the committee members are informed in regards to the issues that are going around affordability of housing. So
absolutely, they were very concerned about that. And I know the other topic I was trying to recall was about the moratorium, well, the moratoria and evictions, because we have the state moratorium. Looks like we're going to have the federal moratorium in effect in some shape, form, or fashion. And so there's going to be discussion of that as well. So we're hoping to have an attorney expert to come in to discuss all of that in that breakout session.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. Yes. And that information needs to be shared and spread, especially in the time that we're living in.
Yes. And this is the 15th year, by the way. It was supposed to be 15 years last year. And of course, we didn't have this. So we're going to be celebrating the 15th year of the summit. And so there will be a segment in the summit centered on reflecting on the past 15 years and how the state of fair and affordable housing has kind of evolved and what some of the issues have been over the past 15 years.
That's good. All right. Next item on our committee reports, item F, Student Human Relations. Vice Chair Wiggins is not present, so we'll allow Ms. Jamie Waldeck to read that report as well.
And Commissioner Haynes, Chair Leak did give that report.
Oh, she get that report. Yeah, that's right. I just realized that. Okay. We're moving so fast tonight. All right, our next item is the director's updates. Ms. Wanda Allen Eberhard.
Thank you, Chair Leak. Staff updates really don't have any. We do still have our interns on board, and Ms. Myra is on the call. You can't see her, but she's here. And Sierra, can't see her either, but you see her smiling face in the picture. They're both on the call, and I appreciate them both for taking the time because they work in addition to going to school. So I really appreciate the fact that they were able to join us tonight on this call. We do have a new intern who should be starting in the coming weeks, and her name is Michaela, and she hopefully will be starting with us, like I said, probably within the next couple of weeks, early February. She is a student at UNCG, and she is in the MPA program, so she's in grad school. So we look forward to welcoming her on board as well.
Thank you, and thank you to the interns as well. All right, our staff reports, Adolfo Bricio.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Leaks. You will see the staff report that is for December 2020. We had a very busy December month. We have had busy months for the past November and also December. In December, you will see that we had 86 total number of inquiries, and that is a lot. Anything that's above 16 is an extremely busy month. You will see also what I have been seeing since the start of the pandemic is that these complaints are not transferring into fair housing complaints for some reason, even though we have already 10 for the year. But anyway, that is what I'm seeing here with that. I think those are the most important numbers. You will see also that the year-to-date number of total inquiries is 445. And if we keep at this, if we do the same amount, in the next 6 months, we're gonna end up close to 1,000, and that will be extraordinary because you remember that a normal year is around 650 total inquiries. So we are receiving a lot of inquiries these past 6 months. That's my report. Thank you very much.
And of course that those high increase of number calls is because it's dealing with the pandemic related to, right?
I imagine that that a lot of them have to be with the pandemic. We are receiving a lot of calls that say precisely, I'm about to be evicted. I cannot pay. What do I do? We have received a lot of those phone calls. I think and I do believe that's correct. The added increase in this type of calls that we're receiving, I believe it has to do with the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they're not turning these into fair housing complaints, which that was initially our expectation, but they're not turning into it. People, I think, are more concerned on the immediacy of the issue, which is, I'm going to be evicted. What do I do now?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Adolfo.
You're welcome, Commissioner Leaks.
Our next item, new business community presentation. We do not have that tonight. Next item, general business. We took care of our businesses that we need to discuss tonight. Any announcements or comments from any other commissioners before we adjourn for tonight? It's been a short meeting.
I have a quick question. Is Jamie getting married? Based on her tabs?
I am getting married in 2021.
Oh, okay. When? What month? Congratulations.
In May.
In May. Okay. What
I saw
day?
your tabs open and I was like, Jamie's getting married. Great. That's good news.
Thank you.
Jamie,
And
what's
what date?
May 15th.
Okay. Well, prayerfully I'll be able to participate, but my daughter is born on May the 10th, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
What? May is going to be a beautiful month, right?
It is.
And I still say, Chair Link, that the baby needs to wait until May 22nd so that we can be twins. We want to be birthday twins.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I don't wish that on your wife. That was a joke. I do not.
Well, I can laugh about it, baby, because I'm not the one carrying it. So.
Right.
All right. If there's not any other comments or updates, thank you all. Please continue to be safe. And is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. A motion by Commissioner Thompson. There a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Price. Thank you. Commissioner Bloomfield, what's your preference?
Charlie, if you don't mind, for the record.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Carol.
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner Thompson.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Usher.
Aye.
Thank you. And of course, Commissioner Leak, myself, aye. Any comments, questions? All right, the motion carries. Everyone have a blessed evening. Please be safe, and we'll see each other next month. And please don't forget to read the article in regards to the audience from the possibility from the city of Winston-Salem. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thank you.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.
All
Good
right.
night.